Alright. We're back. And oh, my joypad's still reversed.
It's still gone full tilt, I take it.
It's still from when I was playing pinball, yeah. Now, we were dealing with our favorite clan of all time. Clan Dip.
Yeah. Yeah, so your game's still full tilt from the time that you had to play the game full tilt.
What do you mean full? I didn't play. I wasn't playing full tilt pinball. That's a PC game. I was playing GBA games in the stream.
How you tilted about the whole tilt and everything for.
Oh, the nudge. Oh, the nudge was set to the D-pad. I was mainly choosing which button was the plunger. And yeah, the B was also the up nudge. Mug the mage, but not the paladin. And still fail. You still have a sword, don't you? Kuso, please learn Lancet so I can... Meanwhile, the Diet Dragoon will have a bit of fun with this archer. I'll call it a Diet Dragoon if I want to call it a Diet Dragoon.
Well, the only way it can be a Diet Dragoon is it's a Moogle in medium plate armor with a sword and shield.
I'm referring to the oh, what are these things called? I care for them so little I forgot what they're called. Templars. Because they use spears, but they're not as awesome. That's why I called them Diet Dragoon.
I don't think you should let my good friend Kamari hear you, or Neo, hear you call Templars Diet Dragoons.
Only in the context of this game would I call them Diet Dragoons. Because they really are just not as awesome versions of Dragoons. And I'm getting lag. All the lag.
Construct more pylons.
But I think I'm not going to react to people on chat anymore. I think that might reduce the lag problem just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get some DDR people in here. Because I'm in a server like that. Please excuse the... Oh, everything is breaking.
It's going full extra foobar tilt.
I probably should have done this before... Should have dropped this link before I started the stream. But I always do things in the wrong order. Please excuse all of the horrendous lag that is occurring. Alright. I dropped the link I wanted to drop. Now I don't even need to go anywhere near Discord. I am the most professional streamer in the world. I know how to do this.
You're kind of cutting out there for a second. I think it's lag.
I think it's lag too. I forgot your jump stats. Incredible, Kuso. Oh. Yeah, he does that. I forgot. What are your...
What?
I'm looking to see what the Paladin can do. You're running low on MP. You suck, Emmett. The thing is, I think I got you as a black mage. You weren't forced to be a black mage. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Using a bobcat did kind of scratch my legs a little.
Using a what?
You know, a plastic bottle cap from the plastic bottles, soda bottles.
That is... To be honest, I can't complain. Because I can see why you're doing that. They do feel kind of pointy. Alright, I've got this archer pretty much surrounded. I've got Marsh coming in from the south. You've been disabled. Oh, God. Got Marsh coming in from the south and Kuso coming in from the east. There isn't much room for the west. On the west, that Marsh can't cover. She's gonna get trapped. Oh, she's gonna try to disable Marsh. Oh, Marsh got disabled. Doesn't mean I can't have him move in to force that archer to act. It sounds like this, I wish he had a spear. Because I can use jump to attack the archer from a distance.
Well, he is a bonga. Am I right?
If one of them became a treasure hunting thief, would they start talking about how they may be descendants of real dragons?
I don't know.
Oh, that was, I will admit, that was a really out there reference to the ending of Riders, Sonic Riders. The original. Who knew we Babylonians could be the descendants of real genies? Shut up, Jet. No one cares about your opinions on anything. Let's face it, the dialogue in that game was hilariously bad.
But it did give us some burbs.
Who needs burbs? Especially since Sonic is apparently running into a too many characters fallacy. Where it's both has too many characters and not enough characters.
Okay, first off, we know that there is a factor of and no, I think I'm using this correctly. Ancillary characters or backup characters. Take The Simpsons, for example. Over the years, the collections of characters in The Simpsons has grown.
Okay,
And
some of that may be people leaving. For example, the tragic murder of Phil Hartman caused his 3 characters to disappear.
Well, the point that I'm trying to make here is this.
Yes.
We had one character that I can notably say actually died. And actually be Homer's fault. But aside from that, we don't have much in the way of the characters dying or disappearing or whatnot. And occasionally we've had characters come in and then just fade into the background to the point of almost not existing anymore. And some of those characters may have been brought in during the Simpsons movie, and some were just, bleh. They're only brought in for plot device. And aside from that, you may not ever really see certain characters again. But then there's Sideshow Bob. The voice actor for Sideshow Bob was the same guy that did Frasier.
Really? From like Sonic?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of a different thing?
No, he was actually the character Frasier in the show Frasier, and Frasier in the show Cheers. And you might be thinking, okay, that's kind of odd. Well, the character Frasier actually had a brother that was in both Cheers and the show Frasier. And in The Simpsons, it's eventually revealed that Sideshow Bob had a brother that was actually the actual reason why Sideshow Bob ended up being Sideshow Bob. And not only that, but the voice actor for Sideshow Bob's brother is the same guy that was the brother to the guy to the character Frasier in the show Frasier and Cheers.
Evilise is now a better place. They have realized the beauty of the female Moogle physique. By that I mean Sharna completed that nude statue quest that I've been waiting to do all game. Okay, I'm gonna be straight in case you haven't been keeping track. It doesn't explicitly say that. It doesn't explicitly say that. It's just been a joke I've been making. They were looking for people to model for a statue, and I was thinking, perhaps it's a nude statue, and I've just been running with that joke since. Speaking of running, get the heck out! I've been waiting to get a Tomberry lamp all game to do that quest. There's nothing to do again. The wormhole? A giant worm is causing considerable damage to our fields, and as it looks for leaf stones in the ground. Someone please stop it. Jang, you're good at wrangling worms. You see, back in Texas, he wrangled bulls and he wrangled worms. He's just doing it together just saved rope. Oh, good old SpongeBob. Please excuse me. Sorry about that. Someone called me, and I needed to get them off the phone ASAP. I hate my life sometimes.
Don't we all hate our own lives? It's the curse of living.
I now have the magic cotton. What do I use it for? I swear there was something I needed it for.
Magic cotton. That sounds like something you'd have to use some magic wool to make.
Because I needed 2 zodiac ores.
I'm going to make a bad joke here, but magic cotton sounds like something you have to use with magic wool. Which we can always get off of Josh.
I guess I'm supposed to be a muscadet? I thought I already stopped. Shh. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. The Sleeker will be fine. Oh, yes. Shit's going down. Oh, God.
When shit goes down, it's usually because some shit went up.
Yeah. Excuse me, but I'm going to begin reading dialogue. What have I done, Koopo? Don't play innocent with me, Moogle. But isn't the one with the bounty on his head a human? I'm a Moogle! You said it yourself, Koopo! We have witnesses that saw the human with a Moogle. Koopo, that's no reason to send me to prison! It's enough reason for me, now come along quietly. It's horrible. That judge isn't even listening. He's no better than a schoolyard bully. I guess they're beyond worrying about appearances. That's it. I'm not standing for this anymore. Here I am. It's me, Marsh. I'm the one Prince Mute the Newt is looking for. Is it really you? You're turning yourself in? Did you really call him that? Does everyone call him that? Does everyone call the prince a newt? He is not a newt. He is obviously a lizard. Yes, and I want you to release all the innocents. Not going to happen, not until we know you're really him. This is Moogle Mutiny! How alliterative. Speaking of Moogle Mutiny, I think 2 of them just appeared. Who's here? We've got McEnroe. Oh god, how many of these guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? There are 7 enemies. 2, 4.
So what's wrong with having to fight 7 enemies?
Except it says there are 5 to move. Oh no, I'm allowed 5 people because I'm only allowed 5 people, so I might as well just OP the hell out of it. That is to bring people with 10 judge points. That isn't a Numao. Except I have no Moogles or... I have no Moogles or Bango with 10 judge points. I do have the option to remove Monty, but why would I? Why would anyone? You know what? I'm gonna Mog Squad this. For all the Moogles that have been wrongfully imprisoned. Sorry, Chekhov, you'll have to sit this one out. God damn it! Hey, watch your language. That was actually pretty good. I've never done a voice like that. Well, better than my usual attempts, anyway. Oh, by the way, I've been done reading dialogue for a while. That means you may speaketh.
Squeak, squeak.
Screw healers. Healers are for wimps. Grab that boy! I'm gonna sit here and do nothing. The Judge Master knows me. Call him here, he'll tell you. I guess the only way I can even attempt to emulate the Russian voice I have for Chekhov is to get angry. Realia's the criminal you want, although it's not for the usual thing. Realia's just a criminal. You missed him. I can't look at you right now. I haven't done Mod Squad in a while, to be honest. So it's great that I have an excuse to do it. Subdue, that's great for that would be great for monster hunting. I don't think there's any elemental bans in this battle. I think it was just ability bans.
We need Josh.
We do, but he's apparently very busy.
Yes.
Yay! Monty leveled up. As soon as we can whittle... The first thing to do is to try to take at least one unit out so we're down to a fair fight. And I could also use Confu Shot on, if you don't have the gun for that. I also have Ultima ready for whenever the heck I can... have Ultima ready, but it might be best to aim it at something that... 60%, I might save it for when I have a cleaner shot. That tree is not in the way! Liddy, you suck! Who's ready for hot paladin on paladin action? I sure am.
So what you're asking is, who's ready to get fucked?
Marsh is ready to get fucked. Up the rear. Very hard. Actually, I think I just broke my own rule. I should probably mute myself now. Probably.
And I was only just making a sly comment with a lot of innuendo. Because...
Which is allowed, but I got explicit. I got very explicit there. Woo! Don't haste. I didn't know you could haste. Meanwhile, this sage is just hanging out here. He's probably gonna be the last to die. Because he's a sage. He doesn't get around much. $72. Oh god. Ow! Let's see, did I just render the paladin useless? Yes! Paladin's disabled! And now, Marsh can just walk up to him and glove smack. Then challenge him to a duel. While he's... And then promptly murder him in said duel. If Fox wasn't run by a bunch of assholes, I'd be playing the Glove Slap song right now. You know the Glove Slap song from The Simpsons, right? Based on Love Shack.
Oh.
A glove slap to little old face will get you satisfaction. I'm just gonna wail on this paladin. Finish that Templar, Monty. Dang it, it's alive. He survived.
Just, you know, don't you just hate it when they survive?
If this goes pom-poms up, I may abandon Mod Squad in favor of bringing one healer. The judge got in the way. The frickin' judge. Lenny can't do anything right.
Let's hope his name isn't
Hang in
Dread.
there. Hang in there, Realia.
I made a joke.
Alright. She's wounded. I'm gonna have her retreat. And just be annoying from a distance. Unless McEnroe decides to put her out of her misery. I love how he needs to think long and hard about McEnroe in particular.
Oh,
Oh, she lived.
Sorry.
It missed. She's only got 3 HP. But does Reflect work on that? Nope, but he missed. Yes, please get out of my shot. Right now it's a mad dash to finish off Realia. Oh, 81. Missed again! This will surely finish her. Her luck's pretty much... I think her luck ran out. Yep, she's down. Poor Realia. Alright, this brings us to 5-on-5. To 4-on-4 because, Paladin's down. So now it's 5-on-4. Yes, crush your Paladin friend. You ain't gonna Phoenix down him if you do that. If this lands... Come on! Damn it! That would have finished him! Nope. What's he doing? Bio? Good old Moglance. One of the coolest things about Moogle Knights. Actually, I think Sharna has items at her disposal. So all hope may not yet be lost. What's he doing? He's gonna haste the gunner.
It is as Moogle does. Mog.
You do have items. Save Marsh, and then you can save Realia. Just hope Rayleigh doesn't stab you for being like, why the fuck did you protect me, Kupo?
Things starting to get stabby.
Rayleigh will find any excuse to get stabby, to be honest. She likes getting stabby in general. By the way, I wasn't supposed to reveal her name yet, but Josh idiotically put it in the Twitch chat when I meant the Discord chat, and now I have to run with that. Back when I still used the Twitch chat window.
What the
name of the juggler? It was never supposed to be revealed at this point. But Josh, being the idiot I know he is, or at least that's the way I like to jokingly treat him.
Oh, of course. He doesn't mean to be an idiot, but he is sometimes.
Alright, Marsh is now level 16. Which is good. I want him at a good level. Because I'm not going to be using him much. Because I don't like him. Like I don't like Adele. He just exposed himself, this sage here. No one wanted to see that. He also lets himself open to Sharna attacking. I don't care if you're in your 20s, you look like you're in your 70s. Way to face the wrong way, idiot!
And get flanked.
Fucking judge. Well, at least we know Reality is still half conscious. I've got to save Monty now. Reality is just in the back of the line. Did I ever have him learn Mogade? Oh, this could end very well, or this could end very poorly if it lands. But it didn't. Haha!
Monty, the Count of Monte Cristo.
What about Monte Cristo? Your phone is vibrating a lot, and it's getting picked up by your mic.
I'm sorry. I've got a lot of push notifications.
From?
Primarily Warframe app on phone.
Oh no, Monty! You'll pull through, Monty! Oh god. Looks like I've got a choice. Do I save Lenny or do I save Monty? Monty's the obvious choice. One in 3 chance of living. The sage just got wrecked. Beast Marsh's beast mode has been activated. There isn't much I can do about this Moogle Knight right now.
At least it isn't a Chocobo Moogle Knight.
Those are an A2 actually, and they're not really good, but they're pretty sweet to have just on principle.
Yeah.
Plus, you need to have at least one of them to complete a series of quests. Bone Crusher. Back away, Monty.
Back away slowly.
Use your superior magical skills.
Is that
he still wants that Moogle's blood.
Is a Moogle named Gilbert have a last name of Gottfried?
Holy fuck.
What?
Poor Lenny. So, this Templar used an ability that takes the difference between his max HP and current HP and deals it as damage. 148 to Lenny, who only has 3 HP. Poor Lenny.
Let's let his friend Carl mourn in peace.
Lenny. L-I-N-I, not Lenny.
I know.
Also, Gilbert is Also, Gilbert is Sharna. I don't call my Moogles by the names listed in the game, because they're my characters now. So, the Knight Sharna. Linny is Linny. The Juggler is Realia. And the Animist is Chekhov. Dang it. It missed. Did I ever mention that Marsh apparently has a bulletproof body? Like, literally almost literally almost bulletproof? Because apparently he does.
So in other words...
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Realia. Don't ever fucking say that, Kupo. Brr, I'll cut you. Now, did I say I would cut you? I believe I did, Kupo. I believe I did. So... You are fucking dead, Kupo.
Where?
We need Moogle games. I'm saying that right now. I said it on the server, but I'm saying it right here, live on the internet, but to all of 3 people, we need Moogle games.
Yes. If anything, we need more Moogle Chocobo games. With Moogles being the primary focus, more often than not.
Yeah, take the Chocobo games and reverse it. Maybe maybe Mog / Master X / Dueler X / whatever persona he is that frickin' month. That frickin' hour. Maybe he can have his own game.
Yeah. Let's just hope Mog, the Moogle King from Final Fantasy 15, doesn't, you know...
15?
Not 15, 14.
And it's Good King Moggle Mog.
Yeah.
Doesn't he already have his own raid?
Yes.
I say like I have ever played 14 in my life. I've only read about it.
I have only heard about it, and I've heard the song that plays during the raid, and...
Monty is not bulletproof.
Bullet resistant.
Well, Marsh is bullet resistant. Like, he got shot and only took 8 damage. Do you think I could go? Do you think I should go another hour? Because I've got studying to do.
You might want to get to studying.
Maybe I'll do another half hour. This battle's been fun, to be honest. I'm enjoying this one. This one's actually kind of intense.
I'm gonna mute myself and deafen myself real quick.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Bleed for me, Koopo. Bleed. Don't press the wrong key, you dolt. Ha! Lenny is back! Oh no! And that's all she wrote. For all the Moogles who have been wrongfully imprisoned, I want you to call Judge Master Sid now. He knows who I am, he can identify me. This is the boy. Yes, I've seen him before. He was with Ezo Berbeyer. Is he the one? I cannot say for sure. I didn't ask his name. Right, bring him and his friends in for questioning. Wait, the others have nothing to do with this. Oh, but they do. They aided a wanted fugitive. Well, I knew this day was coming, Koopo. Hey, Yuki. Make sure you burn my house down. Make sure everything burns to a fucking crisp! That's not fair. It's the law. You can choose to cooperate or not. Their fate is in your hands. You can explain everything at your leisure. In prison. Do it, Koopo! Do it! Babis. There's no mistake. This is the one. I see. Now let the others go. Mute the Newt only wants me, right? That's Prince Mute the Newt to you, commoner scum! The one we want is the one destroying the crystals. Is that you? I've destroyed 3 of the crystals, yes. And I've defeated Fampert, Ultima, and Adramalik. He appears to speak the truth. But he still cannot pronounce the last one's name right. Seriously, can anyone pronounce that one's name right? Only a few at the palace know the names of the Tema. My clan was just helping me so I could get back to the real world. My home. Real world? Ah, yes, he was babbling something about Evilise. He claims Evilise is really some countryside town. Oh, furthermore, he says this world is just an illusion, and all who live here mere dreams. It's true. I wasn't the only one living in the real Evilise. Mute was there, and so was his dad. You! I warned you before, Commoner. Mind your manners! Destroying the crystals will destroy Evilise, yet you say this will bring back the real world? I ask you, is there no other way for you to go home? I do not know. Then you will have to abandon this mission of yours. The balance of our world depends on the crystals. You cannot be allowed to destroy them. You cannot be allowed to destroy our world. You will have to accept where and who you are now. In time, you will forget this other world you speak of. Forget? I hear your clan is doing quite well of late. Power, friends, rank, wealth. This world offers all of these things and more. What else could you possibly desire? Think also of Mute the Newt and the pain you are causing him. If your heart is good, your path should be clear. Mute the Newt. Wrong! This world might make him happy now, but it's just an illusion, a dream. Mute the Newt needs to go back and live his real life, not this. If he just stays here... Seem? Here? You called it! Somehow you summoned it here! Me? Summon a seam? The Totema is weak, all its power goes to the crystal. A weakened Totema cannot defend its crystal. They look like trees. They're Totema? This reminds me of Ultima. I bet if I just crush all these fruits... Destroy the fruits and destroy the crystal, is that it? You're alone now, none of your friends can help you. You would fight even with the odds stacked against you? Are you so sure of your abilities? Not at all. I'm always nervous, but I can't afford to let that stop me. I love this world. There's magic and the clan is fun. Sometimes, I'm not sure I really want to go home. But I am sure that this place isn't real. It's a game! It's just a dream. An escape from the real world. But you can't just avoid problems forever. I have to go back. I have to destroy the crystals. And I suppose you think we're just going to stand here? Engage with Exodus. Destroy all targets. How could a whole world be someone's attempt to escape? Mute the Newt's trying to pretend nothing bad ever happens. Here his mom isn't dead. Here he isn't picked on. All the more reason to protect this world from you! It's escapism. Can't you see? It's not healthy! Wrong! The prince himself has said if the world is to go back, he should be the one to do it! These are not the words of a dreamer! No, he looks reality in the face, and it pains him terribly! Mute the Newt said that? You think only of yourself. Selfish child, all you want to do is go home! That's not true. That's not why. Oh god, do I have to mail my fission? I have a headache from all those voices. Judge Master. No, Sid! You're Mute Newt's You're Mute the Newt's dad. Don't you remember the real world? We met you that day in town. You owe money to the mob! You were apologizing. I think it made Mute the Newt sad to see you. How can I remember a place where I've never been? I am Judge Master Sid, the most powerful judge in... How could you forget? Did Mute the Newt do this? Or is this your dream too? Meanwhile, I'm gonna go run for my life from a crazy gay person. Actually, I probably shouldn't have said that. That sounded terrible. Just from a crazy person. Who also happens to be gay, but that doesn't define who he is. Oh god, I have to, like, not speak anymore. Is he just gonna spam that? It just popped like a balloon. I have to stop saying things that are insensitive. I'm not PewDiePie.
If you say things that are insensitive, you're not saying them for views.
I'm still not PewDiePie. No, PewDiePie doesn't say things, doesn't necessarily say them for views per se. He says them because they're for views, but he also doesn't know what the hell he's saying. He just spews the clickbait out of his mouth and people fall for it. People complain about the adpocalypse, but they don't want to think about it's people that, like PewDiePie, that caused it to happen. People who spew toxic shit to get views.
Then there are people like Mark and Jack, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, of whom they don't say toxic things. Anything that they say that could be considered toxic in terms of things like just simply being just saying things
God,
like,
I have to do the 7-on-5 thing again. I didn't want to save state it because I didn't want to cheat, but I might as well do that next time. Alright. Alright, let's keep talking. We're fast forwarding through this entire fight. Alright, I'm gonna make a minor change to Marsh's loadout first. And that's to replace, Battletech with items. That way, Mr. I'm gay for the prince doesn't demi me to death. Doesn't spam gravity and then just pulls out some Ultima shit. And we are gonna Mog Squad this again. It worked the first time. As long as we can fight for Moogles, by God, we're fighting for Moogles. You sound like you're eating something.
No, I'm playing Destiny 2 with my screen muted.
Then why are you in this chat?
Well...
You knew I was gonna feel lonely?
Well, I wanted to be in the chat to, you know, be in the chat.
I currently load Destiny 2 right now, by the way.
Why? Because it's buy silver so they can buy the bright engrams, to which you can then have a chance at getting
Just say loot boxes. We can say loot boxes. I don't even play Destiny and I hate it. Just cause...
It's not, the biggest concern isn't so much the loot boxes right now.
It's not the loot boxes? Then what is?
No, it's the fact that it's something that the loot boxes grant you in Destiny 2.
I just said loot boxes in general. But yeah, it also doesn't help like bastardized shaders to make it to kind of force people to buy tons of loot boxes. Or is that still not what you're getting at? Actually, Sharn is
actually
say that again.
The shaders issue, and that's the big issue is that the shaders have kind of been bastardized.
That Templar's name is literally Rooster. That's cute. That's a cute animation for to have a Moogle yell "Kiss my Astra." Istvan. Alright, did that disable him? Oh, sweet! Got him on the run. 2 of them are disabled.
Why was I killed there?
Did somebody poach your kill?
No, it's in an area where I'm being kind of reset a little too far back. Whenever I get killed, it's one of those spawning or respawning disabled kind of things.
I don't follow.
Okay, there are certain missions in which good sections of it are set so that you can't really respawn. Now, respawning in Destiny is lore-wise explained. The ghost that you have, the little floating cube.
Yeah.
Is what revives you if you die. It can also heal you whenever you take damage. It's the heal you and protect you kind of thing.
I'm just gonna have Realia run around and disable everybody. Because it's just the thing she does. At least until she learns Smile Toss. Rash of Frash and Varmint.
You stupid arc exploding things.
You've got mail. Oh! Off with his head!
But you aren't the Queen of Hearts. Unless there's something that I should know about.
Sharna may have just went Queen of Hearts on that Templar's ass. Let's all gang up on Marsh.
Keeps killing me, and I don't have time to...
That sprite for Mock's shield was adorable. I'm so glad I'm playing on an emulator. Because if this were on a physical GBI, I wouldn't be able to deal with this right now. Will there be a fuck ton of loot, by the way, when you're done?
Oh yeah, I've already gotten one.
The only loot-based game I ever really played was Borderlands.
And the original Borderlands wasn't very loot-based.
Only the sequel was?
The sequel was more loot-based. And even then, it wasn't, comparatively, it wasn't as good as the original in loot.
God damn it, Sharna. It is. I can't really tell. It's not clear what hits and what misses, and it's kind of unfair. Because the beauty of the gunner in A2 is that it wasn't restricted. Its actions weren't restricted the way that the way an archer's is. It's not restricted by height and cover. This is like the most boring stream I've ever done.
Yeah, I think...
Well, actually, earlier, after I finished the mission, I was kind of going nuts with Realia being like... with Realia asking Yuki to burn all the evidence. Screw your Saint Cross. That tree is, it's in the way! This one's going much smoother than last time. We'll say that.
God damn it, I get to 50% and finally get past those ass servitors.
Hooray.
I get past what's been killing me, only to have my ass beat.
I hate loot boxes. They're a scourge upon the gaming industry.
Well, the loot boxes isn't what's killing me. And the loot boxes
I know it's not what's killing you, but the fact you're playing Destiny 2 keeps making me think of loot boxes. As it is, I don't know how. I think Shadow of...
aren't the focus. Loot boxes really, in truth, aren't the focus of the game. It's what's in truth. It's what's inside them, and you're really only going to, more often than not, want to get the legendary and exotics, and more often than not, you're going to end up picking up the rare loot boxes, which, if I am honest, the moment you pick up the rare engrams, which are the blues, they automatically become open. So the moment you pick up a blue, you already know what it is. And
I just hate the idea of loot boxes in general, whether or not they're a focus of the game. Because they're obviously going to be a focus of the game, because if they're not a focus of the game, how are you going to why are you going to spend money on them? Anyone who tries to defend loot boxes needs to understand that the developer, or rather publisher, fully expects you to pay for them.
Hey, I'm not defending loot boxes. I'm just saying that games like Destiny,
no one does a loot.
Aren't really.
The thing about loot boxes, beyond being glorified gambling, because unlike trading cards, they're not regulated. It's largely unregulated. It isn't. A loot box is fine if it's a free game, but Destiny isn't a free game.
Well, first off, it is and it isn't. You have to first pay to actually get the game, and then if you want to play with other players, then
okay. Subscription online models are their own bullshit. I don't want to go into, but that's not part of the problem. What I'm saying is all these games are adopting microtransactions where microtransactions shouldn't exist.
Yeah, okay. With Destiny, the reasoning for loot boxes is more acceptable because it's more of an actual it's closer to an actual MMO than anything else. And MMOs are where really and in truth a loot box should be, if loot boxes were ever to actually exist. Let's come to an agreement there that if loot boxes have to have an existence somewhere, it has to fucking be in MMOs and MMOs alone.
And even then, if I'm going to be paying for a loot box, I'd rather have the game be free to play.
Yeah, and
because the loot box economy is based on microtransactions, and microtransactions have no place in premium games.
or pay-to-play games, for that matter.
Premium, for the purposes of clarification, premium is any game in which you pay an upfront price to play.
If you're going to do, like, okay, my sense is, if you're going to have it so that you have to have a subscription to actually play the game, then...
Or if you have to pay for the game up front.
Well, paying for the game up front is, I will agree, yeah, that's a no. And secondly, if it's a to get game, limit your loot boxing to more of, like, well, it'll be kind of hard to try to come up with a good loot box for such a thing. But
the only time loot boxes should be fine is if it's randomized content that you can, if it's randomized content that isn't available through microtransactions. But then it's not a loot box anymore.
Yeah. If it's something that you can't buy through the game's actual game currency thing,
or if actual real life currency is an option instead, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Here's the thing: if you there are two ways to get things from loot boxes: buy the loot box itself, or you happens to have.
I am losing you like mad.
Other games like that. Okay. Let me say this: there's we
no,
both know that some
you are cutting out like mad on my end, and it's probably my fault.
Okay. Let's come to an agreement here. MMOs that happen to have essentially a player trade market, an auction house, whatever you want to call it. If players can trade shit between each other, and or be able to ultimately get shit sold to other players through some kind of trade system, that system would be the only other way outside of going microtransaction loot box way of getting things that can be found in loot boxes.
So you're saying the thing is that the loot box economies are generally, as I said, supported by microtransactions, which have no place in a game that you're paying up front for. A subscription MMO is another beast and even then I would say I would treat those as games I'm paying $60 in the store to buy.
Let's say Star Wars and Lone Star at launch, or within like the first year, you pretty much had to literally buy and then pay to have access to its content.
Oh, are you talking about those idiotic online passes that came and went like a really bad idea?
You think so?
Okay. Those weren't there to make you pay for the content twice. Those were there to penalize anybody who bought the game used.
What I'm gonna say is this: games in which you have to, like, okay, take World of Warcraft for example. That's a game in which we can all agree you pretty much have to buy the expansion.
Oh, you're talking about forcing people to buy DLC.
Subscription it. Where you literally have to buy and subscribe.
Yeah, the having your cake and eat it too thing. Yeah, but those have generally been accepted. They're not as egregious as some of the shit we've seen with the microtransactions and loot boxes.
Well, okay, let's take Destiny. Destiny is one of those games in which we can kind of agree that because of its MMO-like nature, in which yes, you do have to pay for the game, but you also have to buy the expansions, and if you're unlucky enough, have to pay for things like if you're unlucky enough to be playing on systems like the Xbox or PlayStation, you may very well likely have to go off on the whole tangent of buying what little bits of stuff that you need in order to play the game with other people. But for the most part, games like Destiny and Destiny 2, you don't really need to pay for the Xbox and PlayStation Network subscriptions to play with other people, because you don't really need to play with other people. You could play the entire game alone.
I thought nowadays games were all made the same for all systems. We don't This isn't the 90s. I'm losing you, like actually losing your train of thought. This isn't the 90s, where technical limitations meant that you did have to make different versions of the game for different systems.
No. What I'm saying is, games like Destiny and Destiny 2, in which you have to pay a subscription to a PlayStation or
Well, that's the same about Nintendo is going that way too for some reason, and they're screwing up that model real bad because they can't even do the free game part right. It's actually kind of funny. Instead of getting a free game with your subscription, you get a glorified rental. I think Live does it best with the games that you get, to be honest. In fact, a lot of people hate the PlayStation. They only buy it because it's got the games. Or at least some people I know hate PlayStation.
I honestly, the only reason why and again, yes, this.
I mean, if it weren't for the games, if it weren't for the fact that the PlayStation was the only major Japanese player, it definitely would have floundered this generation. It sounds like. Content is the only thing keeping that system afloat. To be honest, navigating through the Vita's menu on my TV is an ass and a half. especially when going through a long download list. Son of a bitch, he stopped me. As it is, I would love to own a PS4, but the system that was deemed worthy for the hand-me-down was the Xbox, so I'm kind of stuck with it. I really want to play Zodi. I love Final Fantasy 12, to be honest. Final Fantasy 12 was the shit.
See, I'm kind of hooked on the Xbox, and yes, I have a PlayStation 2, but I would love to have a PlayStation 4 on top of my Xbox One and my Xbox 360 and get a PlayStation 3 and, you know, be able to even have a Nintendo Switch thrown in, because
the Switch is where indie games are at apparently now. All were destroyed? No! But I had tried, but I could not stop him! I wonder which Totema that was. I'm gonna put my money on Vieira. Because Humes are so lame that they're last in line. What's this? It's Master Sid and His Highness? Gosh, I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Please accept my apologies. When Mom died, he stopped caring. He made some mistakes. That person, you're saying that's who I really am? Yes, that was me. I remember now. Nothing seemed to go right ever since she died. Her Majesty the Queen dead? Duke didn't want to believe it. To think his own father crying in the gutters. That's why he made me Judge Master here in this world. Or maybe it was I myself who did that. Master Sid. Babis, the judges are leaving. From now on, the palace and the judges are separate. What? You will leave the palace? Leave the prince? He should not see me here, his false father. I believe this is best for both Mute and myself. Mute the Newt. Thank you. I'll take the paycheck. I will go to the palace at once to report my decision. Let the prisoners go free. The boy, too. You're letting me go? Master Sid? It is not in my power at this time to judge the danger he does or does not present to Mute the Newt in this land. I do not doubt that Mute the Newt will continue his pursuit of you, but that is no longer the concern of the judges. We are from this day forth servants of the law only. Thank you, Sir Judge Master. No, it is for me to thank you. Also, Sir Judge Master as my father. Call me Mr. Super Sir Judge Master. You've opened my eyes to the truth. Alright, it's the Vieira Totema. And I mastered Subdue. And by me, I mean Marsh. Well, I think finishing a major plot event is as good a moment as ever to stop this.
Yes.
Thank you for showing up, and we could do a Jimquisition style discussion on all the on some of the recent shit that's been happening in gaming.
Well, my thing is this: any MMO, anything that has a heavy multiplayer centered thing, they can do access to the whole thing. I'm not saying that it's not wrong. I'm just saying
we're still live, by the way.
Right. They just have to do it right.
We're still live.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna stop now. Please hold on while I hit the stop button. Thank you for watching.